We're looking at my Camillus titanium knife, and this is a fresh one I just took out of the pack. I've got about half a dozen of these knives I use on a regular basis. This one's going to replace my Mora Bushcraft Black in my truck bag. Reason being, as I stated on the previous video, the carbon steel didn't hold up to the climate. It's humid, it's hot in Florida, and I ended up with a bunch of rust on the carbon steel blade. Stainless steel of the titanium uh, should hold up a lot better. Matter of fact, there's one that lives in my truck. Now there's two. The other one's been put in my truck bag. Already, this is a fresh one just out of the pack. I like to keep quite a few of these on hand because, quite frankly, I use them quite a bit. They're a sub $10 knife when you catch them on sale at Midway or through several other vendors. Full tang construction, 90-degree spine. It's got a 4.5-inch blade. It's thick enough it'll handle any camp task, and it comes out of the pack pretty sharp. Something else that I'm hoping will be an added benefit, I know the nylon sheath is not going to hold up like the leather sheath. But in the role that this often serves in a bag that's going to be stored in a vehicle, stored at my camp, stored in a tackle box, I'm hoping the nylon will shed the water and the moisture a lot better than the leather, and I won't have to deal with the rust issues. Is it my fault that the Mora Bushcraft Black rusted up on me? Yes. I shouldn't have left it in there for 5 or 6 months without oiling it up, and that was my own negligence. Stainless steel is going to be more tolerant of negligence. And again, I've had another one that stays in my truck. It's been in there about 4 years. These knives are less than $10. The reason when I order them, I order about half a dozen or so. I give a lot of these away. It's not that I'm giving somebody a cheap knife. I'm giving them an inexpensive knife that is a very capable knife. I've used these over the last 6-7 years for just about any task you could ask a knife to do, and it's delivered. A lot of people think when you're getting started in outdoor activities you've got to buy a $300 or $400 knife. That's absolutely false. You buy a good knife, not necessarily an expensive knife. My favorite knife is still, a fixed blade knife is still my Buck 119. I bought it 30 years ago. It was around $50 then. Yes, it's almost doubled in price, and they're around $100. Sometimes you can catch them on sale a little cheaper. But that was $50 well spent when I've got over 30 years of use out of it, and it's still a very capable knife. You have to be careful with it when you're skinning big game with it, because when you hang a deer up, it'll get through the tendons without you realizing it. And this $10 knife, does it deliver on that level? Pretty damn close. It's got a comfortable grip, 90-degree spine. It's thick enough to handle any task. It comes out of the package razor sharp. You could do a little fine honing on it and get it super sharp. And for $10 or less, you have a very capable blade. So this is going to be the knife that replaces the Mora Bushcraft Black in my truck bag simply because it'll be more tolerant to neglect. Very similar to a revolver being more tolerant of neglect, sitting in a nightstand drawer, sitting in a dresser drawer, than a semi-automatic pistol that you have to keep lubed. This is why I've made the choice. This is the choice. And all things considered, I think it'll be a good one, particularly if you're going to be in a saltwater environment. Later on.